Hi, this is Louiedfresh bringing it to you on a Friday. I am here at a different household. Imagine that, you can see the background. I am here helping out my neighbors. Johnny, say hi, Johnny.
Hey.
And Danny, say hi, Danny.
What's up, what's up?
There we go. And now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna show them. All right, now what my little method here is rather simple. It is called a bundling method. It has to do with the federal aid, state aid, and then we have the college itself aid. So right now I'm going to address this with them, something called the FAFSA and the FSA ID. And this you need to have both mom, dad, whoever your guardian is, and you, the student, fill this out because you need an FSA ID. If you, don't mind my hand that's shaking as it always does, you'll see here that you need to create your username, password, and in order to do that, you need to actually put in a password, so this way you can go on to the next thing, which is the actual federal financial aid page. This is the financial aid page, the federal financial aid page. It is called studentaid.gov or the FAFSA, and you see if you start here, there we go. Once you actually create the FSA ID, you notice that you then go right into that website that we just looked at, the FAFSA, and you being a student, and then you have to actually put in your FSA ID username and password, as you see right there. This is your starting point to get the financial aid from the United States government. You cannot get any financial aid unless you have federal aid. Then you will notice that is part one of the Louiedfresh financial aid package, the federal money. Secondly, each state, because I know I do have followers in Michigan and Wisconsin and Kentucky, which I'm very humbled by. So every state has a particular state aid. Here we have something called the Florida Bright Futures or Florida Student Financial Aid.org, Florida Student Scholarship Program. And as you can see, it's rather simple. It's literally your name, your social, blah, 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 blah. And this is something that you, great seniors, need to actually finish before you graduate. Because after you graduate, the day after you graduate, you can no longer fill this out, the Florida Student Financial Aid. It is also known as Florida Bright Futures here in Florida, and it is sponsored by the Florida Lottery. And that is part two. First is create your FSA ID, federal aid, and then part two is this Florida Bright Futures, depending on your SAT and ACT scores and how well you do on your in your classes, would depend on you getting this. So if you get money from the federal government and from the state, those are two forms of scholarship money that you will get that you will not have to pay back. Now my neighbors here are going to go and are attending FIU, Florida International University. Again, you see FIU, and again, coronavirus update. That is the catchphrase of 2020. And you hear a doggy, and we're gonna stop. This is the cause of our momentary moment. That is Cooper. What we have here is financial aid of the particular college. And what I wanna show you guys is if you scroll, you see here types of financial aid. You'll see grants, that is exclusive to this school. Scholarships, loans, that's a dirty word. We don't want to use that word until like the springtime. Federal work study, that is also free money. Funds for books, because books can get awfully expensive. And you see what I told you at the beginning of the video, types of financial aid. If you don't do your FAFSA, you can't do anything else. Every school has a particular site for financial aid, whatever school you're looking at, each school. So you have state aid, federal aid, and you have the school's aid. Last but not least, what you need are these private scholarships, like this one, fastweb.com. You see fastweb.com, you see it says scholarships, find scholarships, etc. I want you to look at something, check this out. You could start your search. What is FastWeb? You'll see that you have all kinds. Again, there it is, FAFSA, one more time. College search, targeted scholarships. These are all free money. You never pay money to get money. You should write that down. You should never pay money to get money. FastWeb is an example of free private scholarships. And the thing I'm showing to you guys, you see it says scholarships.com. This is one simple example, as well as FastWeb, where you have over 3.7 million scholarships and grants, all legit, all there for you to start your search. Last review, we have creating an FSA ID, starting your financial aid with federal money. That's number one. Number two, going on to your student aid, whatever your state is, that's two. Number three, each university has financial aid packages and scholarships. And number four, these are the private scholarships like FastWeb, scholarships.com, the Hispanic Scholarship Fund, the United Negro Fund, Scholarship Monkey. There are tons and tons and tons of sites. And that is the secret. Bundle federal money, state money, college scholarships, and private scholarships. You bundle all four together, and that is how you're going to pay for college.